Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today, this video is a little different. I wanted to talk about my 5 personal struggles that I had that I wish I knew before I gave birth. Not too much of a big deal, but I'm sure if I felt them, maybe somebody else out there has felt the same thing. So number 1 out of 5, right, is going to be allowing myself time to adjust. As soon as I gave birth natural, but of course I was still healing within that time. And I wanted to work out, eat healthy, get up, do my daily errands, like do whatever I had to do. And it did not happen that way. It wasn't necessarily a struggle, but I just didn't give myself time to adjust. I couldn't fit into any of my clothes. I was just feeling very uncomfortable. And at that time I didn't know, like my body was still healing. My skin was very just different and I didn't understand, but I gave myself 2 months. And so far, I feel very good. I feel amazing. I started to eat healthier now, as in like the last week or so. Started getting out more, exercising, and I'm starting to feel better about myself because that first few weeks, I was just feeling like, I was uncomfortable. I didn't like the way any of my clothes fit. Any tight clothes anyway. And now I'm definitely starting to feel a little bit better. It definitely was rough. I was like, this is like my new reality. I didn't know what to think, but now like I said, I do feel a lot better. I feel more confident in myself. And yeah, I just gave birth to a beautiful baby 2 months ago, and everything is starting to level out, my hormones, all of that. So I feel a lot better. And also taking pictures and documenting as much as my pregnancy. That was one thing that I missed. This is going to be my only kid. So for me, I was like super devastated once I gave birth because I didn't document a lot of my pregnancy. Granted, the first 5 months of my pregnancy, I had HG and I was completely miserable. And as soon as I got over that, I had heartburn back to back. Everything I ate, I drank water, heartburn, just everything. It was pretty miserable. But I wish that I would have documented a little more of my pregnancy just so I could remember it. I wish somebody would have told me that. So that is my thing to you. Document your pregnancy. It doesn't matter how little your belly is. Just, document it. Also taking care of yourself. So once I gave birth, every day was like a struggle. I just wanted to make sure my baby was okay, my baby was good. I was sleep deprived, just everything. I wouldn't brush my teeth till like mid-afternoon because I'd be up sleeping. My hair was like knotted and ratted because I literally like would take a shower like at night and I wouldn't have enough time to like wash my hair because I'd be back like, oh my gosh, my baby's crying. Like I want to hold my baby. I want to be around my baby. So that was like a big thing. I stopped doing like my skincare routine. This is like TMI, but like I didn't really shave my legs because like I'd be in the shower for like 2 minutes, scrub my body, wash my body, and then I'd get out because I'd be like, oh my God, my baby. Like, granted, even though my boyfriend is very hands-on and takes care of her just as much as I do, I still was just like, I want to be around, like I just want to hold her, I want to be around her. So aside from that, taking care of yourself. One thing that I wish that I would have done in the beginning was just took that time for myself. Although my boyfriend not necessarily allowed, that sounds really bad, but like although my boyfriend was like, please take a shower, like, I got her like it was more so like me taking a shower. I should have just used that time to decompress and wash my hair, do my skincare routine, just let the water hit me and just, like I said, decompress. And I did not do that because I was so like had my mind wrapped around like my baby, like, oh my gosh, my baby. So if I have anything to give to you, anybody watching this video in my same shoes, or at one point pregnant, I do say take care of yourself. Give yourself that time to decompress because you will appreciate it. I am now starting my skincare routine again after 2 months, and whoa, it has been such a change. Like, I'm starting to feel myself more, like I'm so much more confident in my skin, and I love it. Like, I wish, like I said, I wish I would have started that before, but it's all right, we're here now. And then one thing, I know some people go through it, and I kind of went through it, but got over it really quickly because I am thankful now. But the guilt of not having milk, not being able to like feed my baby. When I before I gave birth, I was like, oh, I'm gonna breastfeed. Mostly I wanted to do it for inconvenience, and I always was told that like formula was like really expensive. So I was like, oh, I'll just breastfeed my baby. Like, I'm home for 6 months, like I'm with her all the time, like I can just breastfeed her. I didn't know that like your milk slowly comes in, and either you overproduce or underproduce or produce just enough. So right before I gave birth, like I started leaking, and I was like, oh, perfect, like I'm gonna have milk, whatever the case is, right? Like, no. I was leaking a little bit, but it wasn't enough. And I gave birth, and my baby didn't necessarily like latch. And it was like, it was a struggle for like the first few days to like, for her to latch. Like, she didn't understand, like maybe I wasn't holding her right, or maybe, I don't know. It just, the disconnect, something was like a disconnect between us. And then after like a week, like she caught on. It was like, boom, okay, great. Now we've got the latch part, and I still wasn't producing as much milk. So it was a little devastating in the beginning. I felt like I was like starving my baby because she was like always crying in the beginning, and I didn't understand. I would just like put her on my boob and she would like drink it. But of course, like we as moms, if you're not pumping, you don't necessarily know how much milk you're giving. So it was a little stressful in the beginning. Like, I finally got formula and I started doing half and half. So my baby gets half formula and half breast milk. And here we are 2 months later, and I have taken the, you know, the necessary measurements to produce milk, staying hydrated, drinking milk, or I'm sorry, not milk, drinking water, staying hydrated, eating oats, doing little cookies, those little nursing cookies. I've started to do a lot more, and I have produced a lot more milk, but it's still not enough. And I don't beat myself up over it. It's okay. I'm just thankful that I'm able to feed my baby as much as she does have. And having formula is actually very clutch, because if I'm somewhere or if I'm in the shower or doing something, my boyfriend can feed her and she's not, you know, necessarily relying on me only. Or when I go home to family, like my mom can feed her if my mom comes up here, or, you know, my boyfriend's dad comes up, like whatever, you know, he can feed her, or it's just, it's convenient. And I stopped beating myself up over it a while ago, and I am much happier now. So another thing that I would say is, if you do not produce milk right away, from what I've heard, and it's facts from what I've gone through, it does come in after a while. But always keep formula on hand. And the hospital also gives you formula, which I didn't know. And when we were in the hospital, because she was like crying all the time and I didn't understand, like none of us understood, the hospital gave us formula and gave us little bottles. So it was nice. Like I was able to like feed her and like figure out a plan, like moving forward. But yeah, that was definitely nice. And then the last thing, which is kind of funny, but very helpful because again, I wish that I knew this. And lastly, what I wanted to say is it's not that much of a big deal, but it is kind of funny because I wish that somebody would have told me. We took our baby out really early, just because we needed to go to the store, just wanted to get out of the house. Like I had been stuck in the house for so long, like our choice, you know, we ended up taking our baby out. And one thing nobody told me was packing an extra shirt or packing an extra jacket for yourself, because you feed your baby and they spit up on you, you're stuck in that spit up and you're out in public, you're wet, just everything. Like we went to Living Spaces a few weeks ago and I was feeding my daughter, we were walking around, and I sat down on the couch because my boyfriend, or I think my sister at the time, was like, oh, like, let's see if this couch is comfortable. I sit down on the couch and I'm like, oh, like rocking her, you know, like talking to them, whatever, like telling them my opinion about it. And literally my daughter just spits up. I had given her 3.5 ounces. I swear, not even 10 minutes later, all of the 3.5 ounces come back on me. She just spits up and I'm just like sitting there in a puddle of her spit up, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, so my boyfriend like runs to the diaper bag and like grabs her spit rag and literally like cleans her up, cleans me up, and I'm just like stuck there miserable because I'm like soaking wet. It doesn't stink, the issue of the spit up is nothing to me, but just the fact that I was like stuck and like just sitting in like wet spit up. And I was not close to my house, so like I kind of just had to like thug it out, and it was bad. Thank God it was hot that day and like dried up, and we ended up like going out to eat, and it was just like, you know what, whatever, like I'm a mom now, like I don't know what else to do. It is what it is. But yeah, so in addition to packing your child an extra onesie, clothes, whatever the case is, do not forget an extra shirt or an extra jacket, whatever it is, for yourself, because trust me, you will need it. Yeah. So, you know, just a little tidbits of things that I wish I knew before I gave birth. I'm only 2 months in, so I don't know a lot, but I'm starting to learn what works for me, what works for us, what works for her, my daughter. And yeah, I literally love this. Like, I love having a baby. Like, I love going through the motions of being a mom. I love the idea of like you learning me learning you, like you learning us as your parents. Like, it is just the most amazing feeling. And yeah, so I'll probably make more videos as I go along. Like I said, I'm only 2 months in. Girl, I'm only 2 months in, so I'm still learning, but as I go through it, I will definitely share more of my opinions with you on anything that I've gone through. So yeah, this concludes this video. So thank you for watching it and hope you enjoyed. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know down below if you have any tricks or if you have any things that you... Hold on, guys. My baby's crying. All right, I grabbed her. She's okay now. But yeah, like I was saying, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please let me know down in the comments 5 things or a few things that you wish you knew. So maybe other people have experienced that or can read them and see those also. So yeah, thank you for watching again, and see you in the next video. Say bye, Mom. Say bye. All right, guys, see you in the next video.